Welcome into DRF Sportsbook's betting breakdown for tonight's insane Thursday night football game. And I'm using insane in a bad way today, as the Tennessee Titans are 13-point home underdogs tonight against the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys in the middle of an NFC East race and jostling for potentially the 1 seed in the NFC. We'll see what happens. But the Cowboys head to Nashville to take on the Titans. Plus 13, absolutely insane. And the total is 39.5, so a small total, a large spread. You know what that normally means. Should we bet the Titans plus 13? We'll break it down as the Titans come into this one 0-4-1 against the spread in their last 5, losing their last 5 straight up as well. And then on the flip, the Cowboys over their last 6 games have been nearly unbeatable. The Cowboys are 5-1 straight up over their last 6 games. However, they're just 3-3 against the spread. So while they're beating up on teams, they aren't taking care of business like you think they should be. And that leads you to kind of think, why is this a 13-point spread? And it's because Derrick Henry isn't playing tonight. Derrick Henry listed as doubtful. All signs are pointing to the star running back for the Tennessee Titans to miss tonight's game. And is that enough to give you Dallas minus 13? If you look at our power line, which I will say does not factor in key injuries like Derrick Henry not playing, our power line thinks the Cowboys are more like -9, and both Game Simulator 1 and Game Simulator 2 think there's an edge on the Titans to cover. Game Simulator 2 actually likes the Tennessee Titans to win this game. And then if you look over at injuries, yeah, Derrick Henry doubtful, limited in practice, and it being a short week, I doubt we see him play. Micah Parsons played on Sunday or Saturday, I think it was, against the Eagles. He did play. Tony Pollard is questionable. Van Der Esch is out, and the rest of the guys who are still out. Will be interesting to see. Malik Willis also playing tonight for the Titans. No Ryan Tannehill. So the injuries are a big reason why the Tennessee Titans are plus 13, nearly 2 touchdown dogs tonight at home against the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas comes into this one allowing Philly 6.4 yards per play, which is one of their higher marks of the season. On average, this Cowboys defense is kind of stout, allowing 5.4 yards per play, and they're the second best defense in terms of EPA this season, or at least over this 6-game win streak. So their defense thrives off of turnovers and sacks. It is a little bit of questionable when they aren't getting to the quarterback. They aren't forcing the turnovers. They tend not to allow the big play, but Trevon Diggs got burned a couple times against A.J. Brown against the Eagles. So that is something to keep in mind. And some of those big plays are why the Eagles average 6.4 yards per game. But Dallas is 10-0 against the spread after allowing 6+ yards per play the previous game since the start of last season. That is one of our best rated kind of betting angles for this game. A 10-0 perfect angle for tonight. Dallas, they fit that mold. Maybe they're able to cover the massive spread against the Titans, but with such a low total, you got to think, is the play the Titans? I mean, Dallas has been absolutely fantastic, which makes you want to go Dallas minus 13, right? Dallas third in offensive EPA during this win streak. They are absolutely electric. They're the best offense in the NFL since Dak has come back. We've all talked about it. And over these last 6 weeks, their EPA is third in the NFL. Their defense is absolutely lighting teams up. Second in defensive EPA, which is wild considering they've been kind of banged up in the secondary these last few weeks. Maybe I was wrong on Dallas. Coming into last week, we broke down the Eagles-Cowboys game, and I was all over the Eagles despite them not having Jalen Hurts. I thought for sure they were going to win, and it looked like they were. Dak Prescott, he threw that opening pick 6, and all of a sudden it's a 10-0 lead for the Eagles. But then all of a sudden, Dak Prescott had one of the best completion percentage games of his career, I believe, against zone coverage. He was perfect. So Dak Prescott figured things out very quickly, and Dallas may be one of the best teams in the NFL behind the San Francisco 49ers, at least in the NFC, behind the San Francisco 49ers. During this 6-game win streak of quarterbacks that have played 100+ snaps, Dak Prescott is second in the NFL to Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is first, so maybe bet the Panthers this weekend. But the Cowboys and Dak have been absolutely electric. He's been the most efficient quarterback on third and fourth down, which is huge because he's actually not that efficient on early downs. On first and second down, I say not that efficient. Compared to being the second most efficient quarterback overall, he's the ninth most efficient on first and second down, and he is the most efficient quarterback on third and fourth down by a very wide margin. And you look on the flip, Tennessee's defense is 19th in defensive EPA in third and fourth down situations. So that should be something to keep an eye on. With all that being said, we got a 10-0 betting angle that is nearly perfectly rated. We got the Dallas team being completely the better team in this game. No Derrick Henry, no Ryan Tannehill. It's the Malik Willis show. That's why I'm going Titans to cover plus 13. Look, you hear about it all the time. I mean, it's a low total, a huge spread. You got to lean with the team. You got to lean with the dog. And you also have to fade the public. The public is all over Dallas in this one. Plus 12.5, plus 13, depending on your book. I mean, Mike Vrabel is a good coach. The Titans defense is all right. Malik Willis is bad. But, I mean, the Cowboys, are they going to score enough to win by 2 touchdowns? Maybe, but I also see a late, they're up 16 and a field goal late by the Titans to push this one, or depending on where you get the line, maybe you get at 13.5. All of a sudden they've covered. I think Dallas will win this game, but Tennessee should be able to cover this one fairly easy. Also worth mentioning, I know I said 10-0 against the spread in this spot for the Cowboys. They're 1-2 against the spread this season when they're favored by 10.5 points or more. And since last season, I believe they're 3-4 or something like that. They haven't necessarily been able to cover when they're big favorites. So expect that to continue tonight. Moving on from the Thursday night breakdown,